Fans of This Morning have been sharing their concerns over Dr. Chris Steele's appearance following the show's tribute to the GP on today's episode, October 5. Dr. Chris is the show's longest-serving resident doctor and has been offering advice since the very first episode in 1988. Prior to today, he last appeared on the show in 2021. After being associated with the show for 35 years, it only felt right for This Morning to honor that. He sat down with Dr. Zoe Williams at his home to discuss his legacy. Dr. Chris is a massive inspiration to Zoe. Before her conversation with the This Morning legend, Dr. Zoe explained that Dr. Chris, who is now 78, has been a massive inspiration to her. "I would say he's been part of the reason I wanted to get into medicine in the first place, so it's a real privilege to be given the opportunity to catch up with Chris," she said. Reminiscing on his first appearance, Dr. Chris admitted he didn't think he would still be associated with the show 35 years later. "It feels like a long time ago, and it is a long time, you know," he said. "When I went on the show, I actually said, look, I'll do this for about 3 months, because I was a family GP, you know, full-time." Dr. Chris continued, "It was quite exciting for the whole practice, especially the patients. The patients loved it, you know. They'd say, I was in Tesco and I told everybody, he's my GP, you know. I'm seeing him tomorrow morning, and it was wonderful." Fans think Dr. Chris looks so frail. Following his first TV appearance in a while, fans immediately took to social media and couldn't help but share their fears over his appearance. "Dr. Chris looks so frail," one user wrote. "Only mentioned Dr. Chris yesterday to my mum that we haven't seen him in ages. He really doesn't look well," another concerned person shared. "Hope Drive Chris is okay. Looks a little gaunt," a third person remarked. Dr. Chris is a legend. On the other hand, many were pleased to Chris back on their screens. "Dr. Chris. What a lovely, genuine gentleman," one person said. "Dr. Chris is a legend, isn't he? Such a kind and exceptional man," another shared. "Love Dr. Chris, bless him. A true national treasure," a third shared. Chris' health worries. Chris has been open about his health issues in the past. In 2019, Dr. Chris opened up that he had dealt with depression on several occasions. Then, in 2020, he spoke about a sepsis ordeal he'd been through. "All I could say to my wife was 999. He said at the time.